What's up, guys? It's your boy Jesse Keller, and today I have come to you with another episode of From the Vault. On today's episode, we have the Classic Superstars number 26, Iron Sheik, and it's just in his basic attire. As you can see, we have the curl-tipped boots that were a huge part of his gimmick. Unfortunately, no accessories came with it, but it's still a cool figure nonetheless. Especially if you grew up on the Classic Superstars and the Jack set like I have. I kind of like Mattel, but I just prefer the Classic Superstars because it's just my favorite fucking figure lineup. Other figures in the set include the Giant Machine, which I'm pretty sure has a removable mask, unlike the Mattel one, which is just a head with the mask and then a separate entree head, which I don't really get. The original Sheik, and just comes with the little head turban. Not turban, but the head garb. And I don't know if this is true for the regular Sheik, but on the Iron Sheik, if you look at the package, his boots are actually normal, so I would actually have to find out if the original Sheik had the curl-toed boots or the same ones. Up next we have the Junkyard Dog. It's just basic attire. Haku as Mang, Dr. Death Steve Williams. I'm pretty sure that's like his Brawl for All uniform. Mr. Fuji as a manager in the 80s, so when he managed for fucking the Oriental Express and Demolition and shit like that. The Shockmaster in just the jeans and boots. The LJN version of Matt Hardy, which I'm not a huge fan of the LJN series figures, but I'll still get them anyways just to complete the Classic Superstar set. Dangerous Danny Davis in the referee outfit, which I'm pretty sure they are going to make a Mattel version of that. I saw something like that in multiple Comic-Con videos from Wrestling Hero Figs and Wrestling Days, two of my favorite toy-based channels. And Bret Hart in his Hart Foundation outfit. Now, as you guys know, I usually go a little bit more in-depth, and since I have more time on my phone to record videos like that, I can be able to somewhat provide more in-depth into it. This looks like to be his rather early 80s WWF run, in between the time where he beat Bob Backlund for the big green belt and lost to Hulk Hogan, so in between those peak years. Then I kind of wish they had like the Persian clubs, because he used to take those big, huge fucking clubs and do the exercises with them. I can't remember what it's actually called, but the articulation is pretty basic. I like the amount of detail they put into this, because if you look at figures like this, and then you look at some of the early and even some of the more later Mattel figures, Mattel didn't step up their game until about a couple of years ago. I still think Jakks makes better figures, though. That's just because they had cooler stuff. They have stuff that, you know, you'd never see fucking Mattel come out with, in my opinion. Like, you don't see Mattel coming out with dudes like Killer Kowalski or Mr. Fuji or fucking Superstar Billy Graham or High Chief Peter Maivia. Let's just face the fact right there. Then, we pretty much end this video, I just wanted to give, I guess you could call it a tribute about the late great Harley Race, who passed away a couple days ago from lung cancer at the age of 76. Unfortunately, the stuff I have with him on it, whether it be a VHS tape or my autograph card or like even magazines with him in it, they are at my uncle's house still. But he's someone who's revered for how classy and cool of a gentleman he was outside of the ring, but how much of a tough motherfucker he was inside of the ring, and how tough of a man he was in general. He pretty much survived polio. He made it through that. Early in his career, there was a automotive accident, and the doctors told him that he would be lucky to walk, let alone wrestle. He has faced people like Dory Funk Jr., Terry Funk, Jack Briscoe, Ric Flair, basically any great NWA star. In my opinion, people who are former world champions, people who are Hall of Famers in both the WWE and the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. He is a well-known trainer. He trained Magnus, also known as Nick Aldis, who is currently the NWA champion, and Harley Race is not only the first ever NWA United States champion, which the WWE took the lineage from that, but also an 8-time World Heavyweight Champion who's held that record until Ric Flair basically broke it, winning the championship 16 times. So, I don't think pretty much any tribute would do Harley Race justice unless a full-fledged documentary came out, but that's just my opinion. He was also a manager who managed Lex Luger and Vader to multiple WCW championships. He also won the King of the Ring in 1986 and went by that moniker until Jerry Lawler pretty much, just told him to stop. But he was still one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. If I did put a top 10 list together, he would certainly be one of the high members. He'd be definitely in the top 5 or hell even the top 3 in my opinion. But that's just because I like his matches. He wasn't flashy. He wasn't necessarily arrogant. He could back up every fucking statement he made, whether it was a promo or real life. And I just wanted to say that my condolences and my thoughts are with his family, with his peers, and hell, with fans like myself and other people who are fans of Harley Race. So, rest in peace, buddy.